Hello everybody, Slim Kirby here. Welcome back to more of the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Randomizer. We're kind of nearing the end of the seed. I say kind of because there are still 3 unknowns. We need to find where that boomerang is. We need to find out where those light arrows are. We also have a mirror shield that I'm actually pretty sure we need now. And once we find those 3 items, we are good to go. We are in the Shadow Temple right now. There's 9 items we can get here. This is a dungeon we have to complete for a medallion. And if we luck out, we could be in go mode as soon as we finish this dungeon. But, you know, if it's not here, there are a couple of overworld spots that I'm going to have to check, and they're not friendly overworld spots. They are not friendly overworld spots at all, so I'm kind of hoping that we run into what we need, because otherwise I am going to be a very, very sad Kirby. But let's go ahead and get things started here. I have my timer ready, have it saved to when it ended the last time. I think that's exactly what I paused at, but if not, whatever. It's not like this is the most serious run of all time or anything. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get this started, guys. In 3, 2, 1, go. First up, before I do anything, let's go ahead and get the Mask of Truth on. We are in the Shadow Temple after all. I'm not going to need it too much, but, you know, it is definitely something that is by all intensive purposes required. In fact, I think it actually is required to fight Bongo Bongo with, if I remember correctly. Because I don't think there's a way you can actually see his middle form if you don't have it. I honestly do not know. You probably do need it anyway. We're just gonna... Love how I just roll into him. Oh god, it's good to be back, I guess. There's gotta be another. Yeah, there is. Oh my god. Of course, the first thing I do is just to roll into a re-dead when I meant to do a jump attack. Okay, so we have an important item here, or the map, compass, or boss key. It's the map. Well, hey, at least the map will give us, like, map intel at the very least. I probably should have, like, shrunk my timer a little bit, because it is kind of covering the timer, but, we'll be fine. I am happy about one thing. We do have to fight Mr. Deadhand, and, well, we don't have to use a Deku stick. Come on... See, there's actually something you can do if you have the Mask of Truth. You can actually see where he is, and you can bomb his location. Where is he? Oh, he's over there. You are really far out of the way there, buddy. I do not like that. And he's down. I feel like that sword must have really hurt him, but at the same time, I also just do not give a crap. He's a boss that needs to go, that's all that needs to be said. Okay, that is a small key, so we are done with the first part of the Shadow Temple. There's still a lot of places to go, though. Again, we're really, really hoping that we just run into the remaining items we need. That would be legendary. Did I mess up here? Is this where I need to go? It is. Okay. My bad. I kind of made a wrong turn at Albuquerque. Okay, let's see here. Need to turn it to this one. Not this skull, but the following skull. Now, of course, because this is the Shadow Temple, this is a pretty linear dungeon. How did I not grab on to that platform? But yeah, very, very linear dungeon, so not going to be a lot of variance here. As we go down the stairs, say hello to Mr. Beamos. Make a left turn over to this room. I think this is the... oh no, this is this room. Hold on just a second before I do anything. Okay, I think there's just a chest here, so... I think once you get the silver rupees, you got the chest. Also, one thing that is nice that I get to avoid in this dungeon, I don't have to worry about collecting Skulltulas anymore, because we have the 50. We got the legendary ice arrows for it, which, you know, wasn't worth it. It's not an item we'll need, but it is an item. That is one thing it definitely is. It definitely is an item. Okay. Okay, I'm hoping for that. I love seeing this animation. It's a good animation. That's a compass. That's not a good animation. I mean, it's a good animation. It's just not what I need, really. I think that kind of goes without saying, though. Okay, so we're still looking, and you know, it's kind of good because we know that, you know, there's still 9 items we have to find. Still 9 items. Freaking get those. Ah! Because I didn't roll into them this time. Okay, another animation. Is this going to be the boss key, though? The fire arrows, not really a progression item. There is one place where you would technically need them, but you can actually just use a normal arrow and sequence break it, so it's not that important. But, you know, it is an item. We could definitely use it, I suppose. It's just not what I'm looking for, though. Like, you know, it's interesting to find out where they are, but it's definitely just not something I'm looking for. Unless I can probably equip Lens of Truth again. I know that there's some... Yep, you. Isn't there another one, or is that... Okay, I think that's here. I just love shoving them in the corner. They so deserve that. Yeah, whatever. Watch out for the monsters, it's on the ceiling, Link. Jeez. Navi, I think I can handle myself when it comes to monsters on the ceiling. You have no faith in me, girl. No faith in me. Okay, so here we go. We have this one. This is... I want to say there's 2 items in here. Yeah, the invisible spinning blades room. I'm pretty sure that this is what this is. I think for this we need to... has always been like a weird room because it's just like, oh, there's just this invisible blade that's just firing at you this whole time. I do see that piece that's flying around the room. Flying around the room, flying around the room. He is dead, flying around the room. Okay, so there's one chest in here, and a Skulltula, and there's also an invisible chest right here. This is going to give us a small key, which we do need. This is going to give us a blue rupee. That's item number 2. I don't know why I did that. I don't need Skulltulas anymore. Just wanted to take my anger out on something. I think that's fair. When in doubt, take your anger out on the next thing you see. That's actually not a healthy thing to do. Because you might actually end up putting that anger on someone who may not deserve it. So yeah, maybe just don't do that. I was actually kind of scared I was not going to hit that. Ouch. I'm going to need to switch to bombs right here. You know, the more I play this game, the more I do actually kind of like the Shadow Temple. Like, kind of the spooky vibe is not really my thing, or the, like, the dead vibe. Exploring a haunted crypt vibe. Not normally my thing, but I don't know, there's just something about this temple that's very interesting to me. Part of me thinks it could be the linearity, how... You know, it is a surprisingly linear dungeon. But I don't know, it's also just like seeing all these, like, really bizarre traps. You know, it just kind of puts in that, like, just that philosophy of why did they set up a crypt or, you know, a dungeon to kind of, like, not so much honor the dead, but, you know, just kind of like... The Shadow Temple is, like, for all intents and purposes, a crypt of some kind, so... You know, why put all these very intricate traps in here? That is a heart piece. That is our 3rd item. That is still not an item we need, though. Always nice to get a heart piece, and that does put us to our 2nd row of hearts. It's just not what we're looking for, you know? We're not looking for that. I also love how I'm killing the Skulltulas, but I'm not actually grabbing the tokens, because I don't need to. Skulltulas are dead. As far as I'm concerned, Skulltulas are just damn dead now. That is a small key. Now I gotta go over here and grab this chest. I think theoretically I may not have to do the... Oh no, because I had to hit a switch to make this chest appear, that's right. Oh, another small key. So that's all the items in this room. We're done with here. Next we have the invisible spike room? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I know what room that is. I also need the Lens of Truth again. I also, you know, I don't want to jinx it because, you know, I am looking for other items right now. So I technically don't want to see this, but I wouldn't hate getting an arrow upgrade or a quiver upgrade at this point. Because that would restock my arrows and give me enough for Bongo Bongo, because Bongo Bongo can be kind of annoying when you don't have full ammunition at your disposal. So let's just get rid of you, because reasons. Also, as usual, I try to kind of do the Shadow Temple with hover boots on, because, again, it's the item you get here. Recovery Heart, that's item number 4. It's like the items are getting worse. Started with fire arrows, then I went to a green rupee. Then I went to a heart piece, then it went to a recovery heart. Although I guess, to be fair, I think a piece of heart's better than a blue rupee. Still don't like it, though. Also, this room, I think, is completely unnecessary. Actually, no, it's not. I think I need to do this. I think, for all intensive purposes, this item is always going to be a bomb. Not bomb. A small key. Hey, I mean, I gotta get this done, right? Well, hey, it dropped in there. Oh! I'm blank! What am I doing? Oh god! Another B. A B? That's a bad. That's not a B. Also, I see that arrow right there. I'll grab that. That is not a bee, that's a bat. Why would I ever think that? Okay, so we got that. Next we have the wind room, or at least the room beyond the wind room. I think this is, yeah, the wind room right here. Theoretically, I think the game wants me to put on the iron boots. Run all the way. Okay, no! Ah, damn it, I went too far. And that's annoying because I have to go all the way back through this room again, which is just inconvenient as hell. It's inconvenient because I have to kill that damn Skulltula again, or the spider. If I didn't have to do that, it wouldn't be so bad. Also, this is gonna just... One thing I could do is I could just use the iron boots as I'm landing over there, but... I could also just use the iron boots here. It's slow, but it's also a good way for me not to have to do this again. Okay. What do we got? 3 deads. I think there's also a treasure chest. Yep. It's nothing. It's a damn blue rupee again. Item 5. Oh my god. We're getting down to the wire here, folks, and we're not getting anything. That worries the hell out of me. That really worries the hell out of me. Okay, but we do have 2 items in here. We also have 2 Gibdos in here. Oh, wow. I got 2 pieces of magic from that. I think one of them may have been the pot. That's probably the other one was. Okay. That gives us a chest, but remember, there is another one in here. It's a special item. Could also be the boss key. Hopefully the first. The boomerang! Okay, so that is Jabu-jabu's belly. Which means we can go there after this and be in a pretty decent location, because we need to do that dungeon regardless, because that dungeon has the last medallion we need. There's a bomb, that's item number 7? Because boomerang was 6. Yeah. Because recovery heart was 4, another blue rupee was 5, 6, 7. There's 2 more items. 2 more items in here. We have one of the big items we need, which is just dandy. Also, I actually don't need this block. Another thing I learned from In the Name of DT. If I can do it properly. There we go. But there are still 3 more treasure chests in here. One's going to have the boss key because of obvious reasons. Those obvious reasons being that we don't have the boss key yet. We kind of need that to finish the dungeon. But anyway, after we beat Jabu-jabu, that actually raises the question of Ganon's castle, which could have the mirror shield. It could have the light arrows. The thing is, though, I'd really hope to get the light arrows first, because if I have the light arrows, I can actually complete some of the trials. If I don't get the light arrows, then those trials are going to be on hold till I actually find the light arrows. We could have a vanilla light arrow situation. That's something that we could have. I think it's going to happen. Not sure, but it could. Anyway, I think we're okay to get off. I also love this huge bird statue. It's like, it looks really cool. Navi, I got off the boat a while ago. Someone needs to pay better attention to things. Otherwise, she's going to be left behind when we go out for ice cream. I know I'm mean, but she deserves it. Okay, so again, looking for 2 items and looking for the boss key. I think this is the... Yep. This is just the weirdest room ever. Let's have wooden spikes attack you. Like, seriously. It's like, come on, who came up with that? That's probably Ingo's idea. You know, I don't hate that. That's actually really good, because I might need to use Deku Sticks, because I still don't have the Fakiri sword. I still do not have the Kakiri sword. I'm still using Deku Sticks for my sword. Never mind. Of course, that's the last item we get in here. Now, the Kokiri sword, you know, it unlocks convenience, but it also unlocks the fishing game for Child Link, which is not ideal. I know that kind of seems weird. Like, how does it unlock the fishing game? It's a weird thing with this randomizer. The fishing game does not work unless you have a B button item, which in this case would be the swords. So the adult fishing game, especially with these settings, is technically available sooner than the child fishing. So yeah, just some trivia for you. Let's see. No, I should not be using... Should not be using hover boots for combat. I still find it hilarious how both the Kokiri sword and the boomerang were in the same room. Or no, same dungeon. The Deku stick upgrade were in the same room. I got the boomerang earlier, so regardless, I was gonna do Jabu-jabu next anyway. The sword just made it super convenient. The sticks made it convenient if the sword wasn't there. That's basically what it boils down to. But we are getting ready to fight a boss. First boss of this session, and we're going to do it probably in less than 30 minutes of when we started this session. Which is pretty cool. 30 minutes is, according to my timer anyway. I did have like that preview talk or whatever, but... that's neither here nor there. Shadow Temple did have some value, though. I'm gonna give it credit for that. I didn't do the sword jump, but that's okay. So just for fun, there is one thing I kind of want to show off here. I actually learned about this recently, but ice arrows actually but yeah, you can use oh crap. And Bongo Bongo's dead. Okay, so that's it for the Shadow Temple. Got all the items from here. Okay, mark them down on my list. I'll try to remember what the medallion was. I don't remember if it's the vanilla shadow medallion or if it's the light medallion. It's probably the light one, though. We'll see. It's the light medallion. Okay, so that doesn't really open up anything. But the items we got definitely did open up some stuff, so... let us go back to the Temple of Time, And we're going to turn into Child Link. And see what we can do with that. I want to say there's also, there might be something else we can actually do, too. Let me verify that. Oh, you know, one thing we can do. Actually, I'm going to do that next, because it's a good thing to do. We need to do the treasure chest minigame. We have the Lens of Truth. We've had that for a bit. Also, yay, we have a damn freaking sword now. Oh my god. I feel so riveted right now that I have that. I want to say it needs to be nighttime before we can play that game, though, so let's very quickly change it up. Also, hold on, let me check one more thing. Have I done all the Great Fairies yet? According to my notes, I have, so we're good. Okay. Oh no, the dog's playing with me. Oh! Dog getting frickin' denied. Sorry, dog. Go home. Go big or go home. You're going home today. And the reward we're getting, it is a special item. Could be just a heart piece. Could be the Zora tunic. Oh god, of course, that's what we found. Frickin' Zora tunic. You know, this also puts the child fishing game in logic with the sword, as I mentioned before. I may as well take care of that, because that one's not as bad as the adult fishing. And we're going to Lake Hylia anyway. So maybe just a case of, you know, I don't want to do it, but we may as well just get it done also. I'm trying to think of what would be the fastest way. You know, actually, this might be the fastest way back there. Let me go ahead and mark off the treasure chest game. And see, that also just puts that back to my memory. We could technically find the Goron tunic still. That could be somewhere out there as well. I'm just glad we have the boomerang. You know, I'm glad that we found something in the Shadow Temple. We found something, we found a nifty upgrade, and we also found convenience. You know what? Hold on. There's one thing I gotta do. Yeah, I have to actually, like, activate the sword, because that's actually the first time it's considered that I have a sword because I never had one. So I never went through the proper channels of activating it. It's weird to think about, but that is definitely the case. But yeah, this is technically, I guess, the fastest way to where I want to go. This way I could maybe hit up the dungeon first. And after I do the dungeon, then I can go to, I almost said Great Bay. Like Hylia. There's also the subject of the Big Goron trade quest. That's again probably one of the last things I want to check, though, just due to reasons. Not a check that you really want to make if you don't have to. Also, for some reason, I don't have Frogs in the Rain marked off of my checklist, even though I definitely did that. Damn it. Don't worry, Mr. Ruto, I'm gonna save your child. So I can actually do that now with the boomerang. It is interesting, we do have all the, like, the main, like, C button items. We do have all of them. We just need the variation of the arrows. That's the first time I'm collecting Deku Seeds. I find that really hard to believe. I know it's true, I just find it really hard to believe. So, the Jabu-jabu dungeon, there is one cool thing about it. There's only one item, and the other two chests are obviously going to be the, I have to go down here, don't I? To get frickin' Naruto. I do. But yeah, as I was saying, the 3 chests in this dungeon, you get them in the same section. So because of this, item hunting doesn't take very long, and once you find what you need, you don't have to do any more of it. You can pretty much skip every chest from there on out. Whee! You know, Rudo, isn't it kind of weird that I've already kind of saved you in the in the future, in the water temple, and awakened you as a sage before technically I should even know you right now? Funny how it works out in this randomizer timeline. Okay. Hey, it's this thing. Damn it, this dungeon had nothing. And see, I knew that because we were going to get the Quiver of Arrows. The Quiver of Arrows pretty much meant that, well... Or not the Quiver, just this bundle of arrows. The bundle pretty much meant that, yeah, you're going to be empty-handed for the rest of this. Actually, because of that, I don't really need Ruto anymore. I can pretty much leave her there. I'm not going to need the map or compass or anything. I don't know why I'm thinking of the boss theme in my head, I just am. I'm gonna take a little extra time. So I think I have to kill all these guys to get out of the room, so it's like I might as well. Ouch. That was mean. That was also almost mean. Okay, so Ruto should appear, like, right back out where we left her, so we should be okay. I think if you leave her alone on the top floor, she appears here, yeah. If you leave her down there on the bottom floor, you have to go back down and pick her up, which is annoying, but... what can you do? I'm gonna see if I can maybe finish this dungeon before the 8-hour mark on my timer. Yay, Princess Ruto got the spiritual stone. But why Ruto? I love how the game kind of has, like, meta commentary where it's like, yeah, why does this person get what you need? Why can't you get it? Actually, I think I still need the boomerang. The reason I'm using sticks is sticks technically are, more damaging than the sword. With Baronade, I'll probably just use my sword, but for Big Octo... Okay. Let's get this battle on the right foot. I gotta run into him. He'll turn around, do this. And he's dead. One Deku stick killed him. I don't know why they're that powerful, but I'll take it. They just are. They just frickin' are. You stupid son of a... Do I really need to kill you? Like, you know, you could have just left me alone and, you know, not died, but no. You had to be a pain in the ass. See, like, well, was it worth knocking me off twice? Like, was it worth it? Part of me doesn't think so. Okay. We're almost done here. Just gotta... I think we just have 2 rooms left. You know, now that I think about it, this dungeon is actually pretty brilliantly constructed. Because I'm guessing Baronade is in Jabu-jabu's brain. And the boss room is not too far from the entrance of this dungeon, so... You know, they kind of have, like, the boss room in the right place. And then, like, kind of in the back of the dungeons where you have, like, all those tunnels and stuff. And that's perfect, because that's kind of like the digestive system. So, and that's where, like, those giant, long things of the weird things you have to kill. Yeah, basically I think it's cool the way this is constructed, if that wasn't obvious. Oh, nope. Come on, get in there. Ugh. Get in there! I'm sorry, I can't help it. I just... All I wanted to do was finish this boss before the 8-hour mark. Which, you know, I still might do. And there we go. Hey, I finished it before the 8-hour mark, so that's something. Okay, another heart container. There's our future wife. Don't care. Give me the shadow medallion, and we are done collecting medallions, guys. Ganon's Tower is officially open. Do we want to go there yet? I don't know. That's kind of a hard question. Because we still have some other places we could check at this point. The first location I'm going to go to is I'm going to check the bottle item, which is the item that You know, normally you'd get to find Princess Ruto's letter. It's actually going to be something different in this seed, because obviously we found the letter already, so we need to check that, and I think I may as well get the fishing thing checked as well. I hate fishing, but you know, I don't exactly have a great way to get here as Child Link. So it's kind of my best time to actually check this right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we have I don't know. Apparently it wasn't worth it. Whatever it was. Okay, well, fishing time. Okay, so, gonna be honest, guys, although you probably remember this from my Let's Play, this was something I was not having fun with in my Let's Play. I don't think it's a good game. I think it's a very bad minigame. I don't know why fishing is so annoying, but it is. The only fishing I ever liked in a video game was probably the fishing from Link's Awakening. Which was, you know, basic as hell, but I can't help it. That's the fishing I enjoyed the most, because I just didn't like it elsewhere. Hello. Here, fishy, fishy. Do, 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 do. Fish, come on, I want you to bite the bait. Another fishing song by Slim Kirby. That's right, we're doing this again, guys. Is that going to be big enough? I hope. Yes! Okay, we're done. As a child, anyway. We might need the adult one. I hope we don't, but, you know, it's definitely a possibility. Wow, it's a quiver upgrade. Not necessarily important, but it's something, I guess. Okay, we are done. Let's go to the Temple of Time. I'm going to go ahead and mark off fishing minigame as a child. Gonna mark off the bottle item too. I'm also gonna mark off Jabu-jabu because we're done with that. Okay. So we have an item we can get from Zelda now because we have the Spirit and the Shadow Medallion, which apparently are the only requirements for the light arrows in the vanilla game. But since the light arrows are randomized, we'll get a different item. We could get, well, I guess we could get the light arrows again as the vanilla item. Or we could get Zelda, I just don't want to save you anymore. That's just not something that's going to give me pleasure ever again. Also, why is the Death Mountain crater still... I finished the Fire Temple. That is not something we should be dealing with anymore. Okay, so if we don't find anything in Ganon's Tower, we're going to be playing a very annoying game of where the hell are these last two items we need? And that's a game I really don't want to play right now. Like, I can't stress how much I don't want to play that game. We still need the Mirror Shield, and we still need the damn light arrows. Now, the room we're going to go to first, because this room has 7 items. We're going to go to the light trial first. You need the golden gauntlets to get in here, which we do have. So, you know, there very well could be something... is there a reason why I can't lift this? Okay, there we go. But yeah, there are 7 items in here. Technically 8 if you want to count what's in the second room. But, you know, we could essentially hit go mode in this first room. And if we do, I am very much okay with that. Oh yeah, we have spiders. Bundle of arrows in my ass. Recovery heart in my ass. We could also find the small keys. We could also find the big key to the top of Ganon's Tower. We could find rupees. Oh my god, please. Right side of this room, give me something. Okay, here we go. What are we gonna get, guys? What are we gonna get? There's the golden scale. Ugh. Okay, get another item. Get another item. We might be okay. We might be okay. Mirror shield! Okay, that's one of the items. We just need the light arrows now. We just need the light arrows. We could theoretically find them, but I don't know. We'll see. We have... okay, more arrows. Okay, so that's it for that room. Had a lot of items. We got... you know, we got the Mirror Shield, which will allow us to finish the Spirit Temple. We got the Gold Scale, which will allow us to get one item in Lake Hylia. This could also be something. It is, oh my god. Light arrows, 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 light arrows. I was afraid of that. That's as close as you could get, too, with the everything considered. Okay, that's all the items in the light trial, so we can leave this. I'm trying trying to think of what would be the best way to check these rooms. Because here's the thing, because I don't have the light arrows, I can't actually finish any of the trials, so... Spirit Trial Switch. Oh, I know what's in here. Well, this could be something. Never know. Love how we just got both quiver upgrades in very, very close proximity to each other. So I'm feeling I can get in, like, definite lag in here. Not that that's shocking or anything. I've had lag this entire playthrough. Okay, once again, we have 2 items in here. I think the only required time you'll need bomb shoes. I mean, there's got to be another way you can get this chest, I imagine, that I'm just not aware of. Have to be. Wait, apparently there's a chest in here that's invisible. It's after this. Okay, hold on. Maybe it's in this section. It is, okay. It's an item! Oh my god. Please, please, let me be done with the seed. Urgh! Piece of heart, why? So here's the interesting thing. That thing up there, I normally use fire arrows to burn that web. You can actually use normal arrows. It's kind of finicky, but I'm pretty sure you can. It's probably not great that I'm using. Maybe I don't need to be... There we go. May be able to do this from here, too. Damn it. I know you can do this. I've heard people talk about this. It's just really, really finicky. Actually, let me just take off these boots because they're just not helping me right now. Whatever. I know it can be done. I might have to watch someone do it, but it can definitely be done. Why am I even doing this? I got both items in here. I can't finish this. I guess I just wanted to burn that. Yeah, I can't do anything in here because I don't have the freaking light arrows, so it shouldn't even be relevant. Okay, so there's stuff in the Shadow Temple, or the Water Trial, and the Shadow Trial. And there's one chest in the forest trial, too. I'll just go to each one. Can't believe we're just the light arrows away. Light arrows seem to be like that one item where it's like you don't need it for anything until the final dungeon. It's kind of like the hook shot in Link to the Past when like you don't have to go to Swamp Palace. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Could this be it? Could this be it? Another damn piece of heart. Seriously. Why? Again, why am I doing this? Can't really do this because I don't have... Why not? Oh my god, why did it take so long to hit that? Seriously. Well, either way, that's the only chest in the forest trial, so once again I'm going to have to step out. Water trial actually has 2 chests though, and I think they're in the first room. So we'll just do this first and see if we can get some good stuff. Actually, I'm gonna go for him right now because bomb juice. Okay, not in here. 100, or actually that's 200 rupees. Well, either way, that's good. Okay, so gonna ignore the rest of this. This is the Shadow Trial, so I'll check this now. Can't do anything in the Fire Trial, that doesn't have anything. Okay. And see, the thing is, we still have to find the big key, so this could... I could just end up... Why'd that have to be the item there? That's mean. That's very mean. So I also found something interesting about this room, or this trial rather. You actually don't need to do this puzzle because likes are assholes. Okay, this is either going to be the light arrows, or this is going to be the big key. Damn it. Okay, well, that's it, unfortunately. Yeah, I've checked everything in here, so the only chest that's left is the big chest. You need the light arrows to get through that, or to that. We are going to be hunting, guys. We're going to be hunting for where the hell this progression is. I think I can actually leave. Let me verify. A down A, right down A. Oh, come on! Why not? Rage. See, and here's the dumb part. I'm probably gonna have to start clearing these dungeons because I may need all the spiritual stones so I can check the map quest, or the map quest, the mask chest. So, okay, let me look here. What do we got left? We can also dive in the lab, too, which that could very well take me there to what I need. I feel like there's technically, you know, there's 2 items in here that we could still get, so... So I think this is a slightly higher priority right now. So let's see, we have the Mask of Truth. We have Diving in the Rain. We have 10 Pose. We have Big Goron. We have Adult Fishing Game. I really hope it's not going to be on 10 Pose. I really, really hope it's not. There's also the archery game with the horse. That's another thing we can technically do. It is just really nice I can skip this whole wall. Okay, got that. Oh, you know what? Actually, there was one location I forgot that I should have gone the other way for. I think I also might need the, hold on. Maybe I do need the Master Sword for this. I have no idea. I don't think I was even standing in the right way. That's what it was. Oh my god, it's an item. Please, please, please. Make this be over, game. Make this be over. I forgot I didn't have the boss key yet. Sure realized I didn't, but that means there could be another item, so, you know, it's not over yet. This seed could just be really mean. I mean, already the seed is pretty mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's having me do a lot of this bull crap of just wandering around until I find it. Okay, so before I go fight Twin Rova, which I am gonna do because I might need to, I'm gonna take one last chance of maybe not having to. Because if this is... the last item, and if it is light arrows, that'll save me a lot of time. We'll have to go back to Ganon's tower and go through some rooms again, but for the most part, I've done a lot of the initial checks through that dungeon, so that's good. It's an item, it's an item. Oh my god, please, please, don't beat Goron Tunic. Do not beat Goron Tunic. Yes! We are done. We are done. That is go mode. 8 hours, 25 minutes in. This could be... this will definitely be a sub 10 hour seed, and I had to check so many things. Again, small review of what I've had to check in this seed, or what was essentially left for me to check. I had to check the fishing minigame as an adult. I had to check the horseback archery, which I avoided because I never got Epona. Epona was not needed in this seed for any way, shape, or form. Hold on, I'm looking through this. I didn't have to do the Big Goron side quest. I did not have to get 10 Poes for the bottle item. I did not have to get the Mask of Truth and finish up that side quest, which would have required me to get all of the spiritual stones. Very minor thing, but I didn't have to do the diving in the lab with the gold scale, although I did get the gold scale. Also, just think about this. The game had me get the mirror shield in here to go back and get the light arrow from the spirit temple, which is, you know, kind of mean when you think about it, but that's what it did. Well, whatever. We are good to go. We are, you know, this is all intensive purposes. I feel like I've said that a lot in this seed, but this is definitely go mode. The goest of modes, you could say. Also, I know this is... I need to memorize where this damn... Okay, it's that one on the back wall. It's the one towards the entrance, so I can remember that, I think. Anyway, we are done with that. Let's go ahead, use our magic light arrows after grabbing some of these, because I wasted a lot of magic and other things. I don't know why they gave me Deku Nuts right there. That just seems completely irrelevant. They also kind of cut out these cutscenes too, which is kind of nice. So yeah, at this point we're literally just finishing the rest of these. Next up is the light trial. I want to say this is the only place you'll need a small key for. I hope it is. Otherwise, I'll have to go through some chests that I may have skipped or missed earlier. Okay. What the? Are the stones supposed to do that? A part of me feels like that's not supposed to happen. Like, I feel like it's supposed to be two stones rolling in the same direction. But this is just the same stones. Okay, yeah. Now it's doing the right thing. Also, this is just the wrong way. Well, whatever. Why is there a time limit? Hold on. Oh, there's no pots here. There's a wall master in that room? I never knew that or remember that. Oh, whatever, we got through it. This could be sub 9 hour too, for that matter. I'll have to get through the final part of the game very quickly, but that's going to be a 3-hour improvement to my quote-unquote PB for this. Also, interesting thing about this room, I never knew this. The floor I'm currently walking on, it actually lowers into the lava. I never knew that. I think with the hover boots, like, it doesn't lower, or at the very least, if it does lower, it lowers only a little bit. But I never knew that. Like, again, I never knew that. Because as a kid, I always, once I got the hover boots, I never took them off unless I had to, for like a water puzzle or something. So I never noticed much of a difference. But then when I played this recently, when I've been like, you know, I could really use the good traction of the just normal. When I noticed that I could use the good traction of the normal shoes, I was like, well, I'll just use these from now on, and clearly that was a good thing. Because that allowed me to notice something I never knew before, which is pretty sweet. I love that about video games, especially when you find out stuff about games that you've played a lot, or games you really love. There's not many things where it's like, I feel like, the one game I have that it's kind of like, well, I think I've pretty much seen everything. Probably Super Mario World at this point. But even then, I would not be I would not be surprised if I did find out something I never knew. Especially just from speedrunners, because speedrunners are crazy with all they can figure out and do. I need to find a way to get rid of you. Just try doing a normal. There we go. Okay, and this is where you want to take off the hover boots. And I'll open up that. And I guess out of just again, just kind of because I was talking about it, I guess I will kind of show it off here. But yeah, see, it's like sinking more. I'm going to go ahead and put these back on, just so I'm not going to fall off. See, like, it was definitely sinking. I never knew it did that. I'm sure there's people out there who are like, oh, of course it sinks. What's wrong with you? It's like, nothing. You just know something incredibly trivial that I never did because, well, whatever. I wanted to wear hover boots, and you didn't. Okay, so that's the fire trial. We just have this shadow, water, forest left. Water, I think, is the most annoying of those, because that's the one where you have to, like, get the bottles out and do the blue fire crap, which I am not a fan of. Go over here. Whee! Really? The one thing you gotta know about this is you have to have... Well, I guess I can move a little closer. Okay, there you go. Get the hell over there, Link. Okay, let's go ahead and put this on. And see, this is proof that you will need the hammer for every seed, at least from what I'm aware of. There we go. I'm trying to think of all the, like, main items, like the big progression items we didn't get. Because honestly, there probably are a couple that I haven't come across. The bottle, the last bottle I haven't gotten yet. That could be anywhere. That could even be in here, because there is one more item. I'm trying to think of what else I haven't gotten. I think I have all the quiver upgrades and stuff. I don't think I have missed like a capacity upgrade at all. I'm not sure about Deku Nuts. I want to say I have. I know I definitely have both seed bags. I know I have both quivers. I know I have both bomb bags, or well, all 3 bomb bags, rather. Also, I think I can equip this sword again. Where the hell are you? Ah, I knew there was another one. So I don't know, I probably won't get sub 9, but I'll be getting pretty close to it. I'll at least be in the, like, 9 area. Okay, so what do I have to do here? I don't remember which one I want to push where. Up there. Okay, so I need to push this one in. As usual, this reminds me of the ice path from good old Gold and Silver. Okay. We made it, guys. This room had nothing on me. But yeah, I think if I can beat the first Ganondorf fight by 850 on the timer, it'll be close. It'll be really, really close. I don't know why it's slow-mo. That's what I think it'll be, though. I just love being in Go mode. You know, like, that's one thing I will say, like, the feeling of being in the, like, Go mode part of this game is really, really nice, because it's like, you know, this is good. I got all the items I need to beat the game. I can just go straight to the end. Like, that's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. It just takes a long time to get there. Like, that's the thing. This just takes so long to do. I love this randomizer. I think this randomizer is awesome, but it takes so long to do this. Let's just try to, like, imagine this. Or not so much imagine, let's just think about this. This was a seed where I hit Go mode 8 hours and 30 minutes in. My first Link to the Past randomizer seed. I don't remember how long it was. Because it's weird. The first seed I timed myself in, I get like a 230, which is pretty cool, which is pretty good. And that was just based on, like, knowing things from watching people play that randomizer. And also just being very familiar with, like, how the logic worked and everything. And I got a good seed, and because of that I was able to finish it quickly. So the first time seed I did was about, like, 2.5 hours. I want to say the first time I actually played it, it probably took me about 4 or 5 hours, because I was doing it really casually. And I didn't know where all the items were, so because of that, you know, obviously I could have gotten easily hung up on something. But here, like, I hit Go mode at 8:30 on the timer. And that's just Go mode. I'm not even done yet. I still had, like, you know, not necessarily an hour, but, you know, pretty close to an hour of time. Also, I just realized I did the fire trial without switching to the fire tunic. Oh, I already have the sword equipped, okay. That's one thing I will say, the big Goron sword will speed a lot of this up tremendously. Like, even the Ganon fight will be pretty fast. I also just realized, like, I can't post the results of the seed on Twitter once I finish it. Because I'm technically vodcasting this, so... Just, oh wow, this could be the bottle. Or it could be the Goron tunic. Wow, okay, the bottle. That's pretty cool. So I pretty much collected every item. I'm really, really happy to see that. Unless, again, there's something I may have forgotten, which, you know, very well could be the case, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, this is where I'm not going to use the hover boots for reasons. Probably the last time I'm going to be using the hover boots too, so... Let's say our goodbye to the hover boots, you guys. Should also just not be taking damage here, so... part's done. And yeah, unfortunately, there is no like cutscene skip for the tower descent when you finish the Ganondorf fight. Okay, showtime, guys. Final boss. Some of the cutscene is significantly shorter, though. Also, how about that Ganondorf in Smash Bros. Ultimate? It's relevant because it's this Ganondorf. Or at least the design of it, anyway. My god, that... Oh, shoot. Okay, that was not a good, That volley took a really long time. I don't know what it was. That volley took a while. Maybe I need to be a little closer to the edge. I don't know. Oh, come on! I hit him. Bull crap. Woo. I think he's gonna break the floor right here. Oh, okay. I'm okay with this. There we go. Well, I finished him before 8:50, so, you know, this is potential 9-hour pace. Sub 9-hour pace. So, let's see if we can finish this up. Okay. So I'm trying to think of, again, and this is something I'd like to do even with, like, Link to the Past seeds, is I like to try to kind of figure out, like, what I could have done to maybe speed up this seed, like, in terms of my decision-making, like, what are things I could have done to speed it up tremendously. And I feel like looking at the spoiler log, which I am going to do when I'm finished with this, that's going to really help kind of determine, like, what I maybe should have done. Although I will say it doesn't really help that much because I don't exactly remember like all the stuff I did in the first session of this. Like I know I got Bonchus and I did a bunch of like ridiculously early sequence breaks, which was pretty cool, not gonna lie, but you know that didn't necessarily like what the game wanted me to do was learn all the Ocarina songs first and kind of get a head start in that fashion. Bo was in kind of an early place if I went to the right places. Which that would have solved a lot of early adult problems. A lot of it came down to that Shadow Temple though. Once I got Shadow Temple access, that's when the last remaining items kind of came into logic because I needed the Boomerang to beat Jabu-jabu, and once I beat Jabu-jabu, which was more than likely going to be my last dungeon at that point, beating Jabu-jabu would have allowed me access to Ganon's Tower, where I would have gotten the Mirror Shield, which I did need to beat the game, so I'm glad I know that now. And then, yeah, taking that Mirror Shield and going back to Spirit Temple. And that's funny, because, you know, initially, like, going to Spirit Temple seemed like such a waste of time. Because that did not give me anything. Going to Spirit Temple did not give me anything. But then, when I came back later with Well, actually, I guess it did give me Din's Fire, which helped me. I would have needed Din's Fire to get into the Shadow Temple because the fire arrows were in Shadow Temple. So, okay, Din's Fire was an important item. So, if anything, that meant that the double dip into Spirit Temple was required more than anything. Okay, so I'm going to need about 5 minutes to beat Ganon, which should be done. I have the big Goron Sword, which does help because it's a easy weapon I can use since I don't have access to the Master Sword. But see, one thing I like that I did in this seed is I immediately went to the Spirit Temple to finish that off first, because that's what gave me the last item I needed, the light arrows. So I'm glad I went there when I did. I could have saved a little bit of time, maybe like a minute or two, if I went to the light arrow chest first, but again, I'm not familiar with all the pathways through the dungeons just yet, so it's no surprise I took a wrong turn. It happens. Okay, so next we have the Ganon fight. Lose the Master Sword, but again, losing the Master Sword is fine. You don't need it. All you need is the Biggerin Sword. The good old Biggerin Sword. Oh, I need to actually equip it, don't I? Yeah. Because you're supposed to have the Look how this is my strategy here. And again, I have a fairy, so ouch. Damn it. Okay, there we go. Knocked him down. I can get the Master Sword. And we can finish this. Slimbo, the Master Sword, it's over here. I really want to finish this sub 9. I have 2.5 minutes to do that. I should have it. We'll see. I almost just walked out of bounds right there, which would have been just silly. I'm going to play this kind of conservatively because I don't want to... Yes! Oh my god, it's gonna be sub 9. It's gonna be just barely sub 9. Eight 59-18. Oh man, I can't believe I did that. Sub 9 hour. Okay, let's get that spoiler log then. Sorry if you see any windows pop up. I think we're good. Is this it? Nope. This is it. Okay. I'm not gonna go over the spoiler log just yet. I'm gonna get through all these cutscenes first. You know, I think I've seen this before. I think this is a problem with not compressing your ROM file. I think this is actually a soft lock, so... Whoops, I did not mean for this to happen. Well, I'll just put something on screen, I guess. Sorry I couldn't show off the credits, but I messed up. I done goofed, I guess you could say. So yeah, gonna very quickly go through the spoiler log. I'll also maybe like just put on some other music as opposed to just having this very holy Sage's music playing the whole time. But yeah, always make sure whenever you're creating a ROM to uncompress the ROM file, or not uncompress, but to compress the ROM file. Something like that. There is an option that's recommended in the settings that I didn't have on, but I probably should have, so my bad. So as expected, song from Ocarina of Time was Serenade of Water. That kind of goes without saying. I kind of figured it would be that. Trying to make sure I check all of these in order. I think I clearly checked all this. The underwater bottle item was actually bombs. Diving in the lab was a piece of heart. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, okay, child fishing bow, which was a quiver upgrade for me, but I knew that. Adult fishing was 5 rupees, so thank God we didn't do that. Water temple, I got all of that. Horseback archery, the first prize was the Goron tunic, so the Goron tunic was there the whole time. Which I think I could have gotten before going to the fire temple, but I did not want to do that route because I suck at the archery game. And I'd have to also, you know, get a Pono, which I did not want to waste all that time doing either. So let's see, that's all the Gerudo Training Grounds items, Spirit Temple items. Okay, 10 Pose was a piece of heart, thank God, I did not have to do that. Let's see. Big Goron had 50 rupees. trying to look through all of these, because I'm really curious about these as well. Got all the Forest Temple, got all the Fire Temple, got all Ganon's Tower. The Mask of Truth. Deku Theater Mask of Truth was a slingshot, so I guess I didn't get all the slingshot upgrades, but whatever, thank God I didn't. But yeah, that's pretty much it for all the items, I'm pretty sure. I don't think there was other location I missed. Really interesting. I guess I could have skipped the entire Spirit Temple. I obviously didn't really need to do much of the Water Temple, but I didn't know that at the time. And there were a couple of other things. It looks like the Fire Temple was completely avoided too. Which, yeah, I don't think the Fire Temple really gave us anything. I feel like I got something from it. No, I didn't, because it was just rupee chests. So yeah, I could have skipped the Fire Temple and the Spirit Temple from last session and been alright. But again, there was no way of knowing. But it's interesting, again, how the logic works, because it wanted me to get Epona and go through Gerudo Valley and do the Gerudo Training Ground stuff very early. But I chose not to do that because, well, it's annoying to do it that early, so I stuck to kind of playing the logic for a while, was able to get the hook shot and stuff, and the long shot, and because of that, I didn't have to do any of that stuff, which was really, really nice. So it was definitely good the way I played that seed. It's just I kind of did some unnecessary checks in all of the pendant, or not the pendant, but the spiritual stone dungeons, which I guess I didn't really have to do. But yeah, that's kind of the post-seed review, I guess. Had a lot of fun with this. Ocarina of Time Randomizer, I think, is really good. I think it's exactly what I love about Link to the Past, but in Ocarina of Time format. The problem is, though, and this is a big problem, is that because it's just a so much bigger game, the seeds easily take at least, and when I say at least, I'm talking about a newer player here, at least 3 times the amount of time that Link to the Past does. Because you gotta put it in perspective, my first seed was 12 hours, and my second seed was just under 9 hours. And, you know, my first timed run of Link to the Past was 2 hours and 30, and that's still, like, almost 4 times, not exactly, but almost 4 times as long as what this run was. And that's just, it's such a time commitment. And I've kind of been trying to figure out why it is, and, you know, obviously it's a bigger game. There's just a lot of, like, very annoying one-off locations. Locations that open up under very limited circumstances, and there's some items and side quests that just take too long. The Big Goron side quest, the Tenpo hunting, you know, trying to make sure you have all the medallions or spiritual stones to get ocarina songs, or even just a progression item or something. There's just a lot of items that are heavily gated behind so much tedium. And as a result, it's really, really hard to do this randomizer in a very short amount of time. Now, one thing I noticed, I watched In the Name of DT and GamerCal actually attempt a co-op seed of this. Unfortunately, GamerCal wasn't as familiar with Ocarina of Time, and he was also having some control issues. So they didn't really complete it, but I saw definitely like a lot of potential for doing Ocarina of Time Randomizer co-op, because it allows both runners to kind of check, like maybe one runner could check like one really annoying like long-whited location and verify if, you know, an item is on there, which will help the other player not do that. Or you could just check 2 different locations at the same time, and if, you know, there's an item you find there, you can kind of direct your other co-op partner to that one place without having to go through all the extra tedium of checking everything. So I think that for a while Ocarina of Time will work better as a co-op experience, or a working together experience, and not really a solo experience. but it does have potential. I almost think it's a case where maybe there's some items that really shouldn't have, like, progression. And that's namely, like, the Poe hunting side quest. Like, maybe that could just always be a bottle or something. I think that'd probably be a lot better, because then you don't have to worry about checking that every single seed. And, you know, gold Skulltulas I don't really mind as much, because I think that kind of gives it a cool, like, thing, a cool motivation for checking that as you go, because you'll always find gold Skulltulas along the way. And it does, if anything, this randomizer actually helps you kind of find out where all those locations are, just in case, like, if you do need them or something. So I actually enjoy the Skulltulas being important, but again, I just don't really like the idea of, like, the 10 Poe hunting, because it's not something that's commonly known. I know a lot of my friends who, you know, have started trying this randomizer. They've been like, you know, the one thing I don't want is I don't want an item on the 10 Poes, because I don't want to be figuring that out, because I've never done it before. And it's understandable. It's a very annoying side quest, and it's really annoying when there is an item there. So, you know, there are some locations that could have maybe benefited with their vanilla items, and, you know, over time that might be a setting, maybe. We'll have to wait and see, but for what it is, I think this is a good start. It is a lot of fun, especially if you love Ocarina of Time, but the main problem is it's so time-consuming. This was a 9-hour seed, pretty much, and it felt like it. It was a really long one. I spent a lot of unnecessary time looking for stuff, about, like, easily an hour or two of just looking for stuff that I didn't need to check, but even then, you know, I was still playing this like a randomizer where I needed to check everything before I moved on to another location, because I didn't want to leave stuff behind. Basically how you play a randomizer, that's really all it is. But I think I've kind of rambled on for long enough. My voice is getting really tired. I'm getting tired myself. I kind of need to go to bed. But thank you for watching, everybody. I don't know when I'm going to do another one of these seeds, because, again, they just take way too long. And not to mention, I can't even stream these. I have to record these and then upload the sessions later. So it's like, ugh, I don't really want to mess with that. So it's not something I see myself doing very often, like I do with, like, Link to the Past, or even stuff like Super Mario RPG Randomizer, which is also a very long experience, but I know I can actually complete it within a very, like, consistent amount of time. So it's easier to do that. But, yeah, it's fun for what it is. I'll try to remember to include the links to the Discord for this. So if you want to try this out yourself, do a seed on your own, definitely take a look into it, because it is fun for what it is. Just, again, a very, very time-consuming experience. I will say that much. But yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. I will catch you guys on the flip side. Have a good day. Have a good night. And yeah, see you guys later. Later, folks.